Back when Half-Life Alyx was first announced, we had a resurgence of people able and willing to talk about the Half-Life franchise unlike they had ever done before. I don't know if people remember what it was like between the orange box and Half-Life Alyx, but just the sheer mention of the phrase Half-Life by anybody even remotely connected to Valve would result in people like me losing their frickin' minds. Now, Valve has broached the subject and we're all a bit more used to people talking about it. But following the announcement and subsequent trailer of Half-Life Alyx, people started coming out of the woodwork willing to talk about a thing that they were dead silent on for over a decade. One of those people was Mike Shapiro, voice actor for Barney, the G-Man, and Otis. Mike Shapiro posted a few things on Twitter, wishing people a happy holiday, happy new year, being excited about the trailer announcement, and doing so in voice clips, some of which in character as the G-Man.
Should old acquaintances be forgot? Well, after so much time, some things can prove difficult to remember. See you in the new year. And do prepare for consequences.
You see this shirt? This is one of the newer designs that was sent to me from Into the AM, today's video sponsor. I've been working with Into the AM for 5 years now, maybe even longer. Oh my God, how long have I been working with them? I'd say 80% of my closet is their clothing. I get packages from them every few weeks, and genuinely, I don't think I would want to wear anything else. Not only are the clothing really nice and strong and stuff, but the designs are always great. They're always different. They're always new. And this stuff lasts a long time. This is the first shirt they ever sent me. Look at that. It's still look at that. Look at that. Anyways, Into the AM's got some sales going on. Use my link in the description and check out Into the AM to get yourself a great deal on some great clothing. They sell a whole bunch of stuff. They sell pants and shorts and hoodies and underwear, which is great, actually. I really do like their underwear. And yeah, if you buy some stuff, I get a commission cut of that clothing. They've clothed me for the better part of my 20s. And I don't know, it genuinely, like my favorite sponsor I work with, I will continue to work with them. The best, Into the AM. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to what you came here for. Following Shapiro's final post congratulating Valve on winning Best VR Game of the Year in December of 2020,
some congratulations are in order. But then here's a quandary to entertain. When is reality not virtual? Indeed. When is when? When indeed.
The account went dark and nothing was posted, like at all. Until today. I am recording this on New Year's Eve in the evening, and Mike Shapiro has posted another thing.
Another year already. Good to see and hear from so many of you. May the next quarter century deliver as many unexpected surprises as did the millenniums first. And again, time is fluid, like music. See you in the new year.
Right. Okay. Right. So obviously I'm doing the thing that I just kind of picked on, losing my mind over something that could be nothing. But I am spelling out all of the details so that you can also make up your minds. I'm not saying what this could mean. I do want you to tell me what you think this means in the comment section below. Good friend of mine, colleague, and a little bit of a rival, GabeFollower, recently published a video about HLX a few days ago, specifically talking about how there is confirmation that Valve has moved on to the external playtesting phase of development. Even though Valve does not make the same number of games at the same speed as they used to, they have a process, and their process involves testing things religiously from the beginning. The majority of that testing through most of development is done with friends and family and with other Valve employees. Now we're moving on to external testers, which is something that happens within the last year to year and a half of production and almost always results in major changes to the game. Half-Life Alyx's story was ripped out and rewritten from scratch. Eric Wolpaw and Jay Pinkerton were no longer even working at Valve. They were so unhappy with the story that they were able to convince those two people to come back to Valve Software. They're still there to this day and rewrite the story of a game that was already done. They couldn't change any of the level geometry. They just had to make a new story work, and that was born out of playtesting. Yeah, so when Valve hits their external playtesting phase, the game usually goes through a pretty significant rebirth. And the fact that we heard the confirmation of the external playtesting phase around the same time that everybody went on holiday break puts us in a weird limbo state. Because here's the deal. Sometimes projects don't survive the holiday break. This has happened. Team Fortress 2 Invasion didn't survive the holiday break. Left 4 Dead 3 didn't survive the holiday break. Sometimes they just drop things because when people return after the holidays, rested and having time away from things, that new perspective allows them to see that maybe things aren't working out. Mike Shapiro's tweeting again in the G-Man voice? Ha! What effectively is happening here is we're going to be waiting for people to be returning to the offices so that major content updates to Counter-Strike 2, Deadlock, and Dota 2 launch so that we can dig through them for new things related to HLX. Once those start appearing again, we know, okay, it's still in development, it survived the holiday break, and to be honest, they're being pretty on the nose about things. I mean, hell, the documentary effectively confirmed in all but saying it directly that Valve is very much still working in the Half-Life franchise and regrets not releasing that third thing. I've stated this before, this is a retirement project. This is a project that most of the most of the older, long-term people at Valve Software want to be able to see to its conclusion before they can retire without a blemish on their legacy. It's gonna happen. What's happening right now dictates how soon we will see it. If everything goes smoothly, if they survive the holiday break, if the playtesters are all good, we could see an announcement by the end of 2025. Not a release, but an announcement. However, if these playtests show that, well, actually the core gameplay element of this game needs completely rewritten, or this story doesn't work, or this art style doesn't work, oh yeah, that happened to Deadlock with Neon Prime, duh, then we're likely not going to be seeing an announcement until 2026. And I am still very much looking forward to the future of the Half-Life franchise. I've stated this many times before, and I will state it again. I am the most excited for the future of Half-Life than I ever have been in the 14 years I have been doing this YouTube channel, the entire time of which I have been chasing Half-Life 2 Episode 3, aka Half-Life 3.
From what we can assume, we know this game is going to take place in the higher northern regions of the Half-Life universe. Arctic, snow, ice, pretty much everywhere, because we're trying to find the Borealis. Lombardi also states that the distance between Episode 2 and Episode 3 will be larger than the distance between any of the 3 already released Half-Life 2 games. You can take this either way. It's the distance between release dates, because obviously that's true, or the distance between story. For all we know, it's 20 years later, and Alex and Gordon are married and they have a kid, and you play as the kid, and the kid goes out and kills all the Combine advisors and find out that the Combine advisors is really just, you know, G-Man dressed up in a...
God, I'm old, and I love y'all for supporting me for so very, very long. I'm Tyler McVicker, the Passionate Gamer. If you want to follow everything that I'm up to in terms of my professional life, as it happens, my Discord server invite link is down in the description below. I'm always active there. Seriously, go check it out. Link down below. But yeah, I'm Tyler McVicker, the Passionate Gamer. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're having a great new year. Peace and hair grease. Adios.